Hey yo guys, what's good, what's happening, and what's going on? Today is Sunday and it's actually a beautiful day out. Have a peek, see. Blue skies, sunny, and it's actually not windy. A little cold, it's about -15, but we have enough gear to back that up. In today's video, we're testing some gear. One of the pieces of gear we're testing is something that I bought from the Dollarama for my boots, because even with the heater in the tent, those boots will still pick up the cold from the ice, and you feel it. So I went to Dollarama last week and I picked up some insoles, seamless, thermal, $1.50 for these guys. We're gonna install those in my boots and see if they actually fit. I don't have you guys on the wireless camera right now. I got you guys on the regular camera, just plugged into the back of the GoPro. So I'm gonna go ahead and install these and I'll chime back in a minute. So there they are. They're foil on the bottom, felt on the top. And you put them in the boot foil side down. So this one's gonna go in here and this one's gonna go in here. So I'm gonna put them in now. All right, you can't really see it because it's dark, but they're in there. Normally the insoles of these things are black, but I don't know if you can see the gray down there, but they're in there. The bonus to me wearing shoes that are size 12 is that's what the insoles come in. They come in that size. So if you need to cut them per se, they're actually nice enough to give you a template with your insoles so you can cut them properly to match your shoes. So they come stock size 12 and you can go all the way down to size 3. These here, you get 2 templates and you can basically just stick them on, use some glue stick if you have to or whatever, maybe some tape just to hold it in place, and then grab your scissors and chop around the edges, install them. We're gonna see if that keeps the cold off the feet. Now, normally what people with ice fishing shacks do is they grab those gym floors or those bedroom floors. Is she gonna play with the ball? Yep. She loves playing soccer. She's so happy. Normally they grab those gym floors and they line the floor of their shack with them. Problem with my setup is one of those gym floors is actually long and wide enough to cover the hole for the sonar as well as where I put my feet. So I needed to find another option. Now I did contemplate grabbing one of those pads from Walmart or from the dollar store because they had the smaller ones, and then cutting them out to go in my boots as an insole. But then I saw the insoles and was like, that's an even better idea. Scampers is inspecting my operation. I think she agrees it was done well. Where'd she fire that ball? There it is. Oreo. He loves these balls because he can pick them up. This summer we're going to play chuck it with him in the backyard with those balls because they fit in the chuck it. But anyway guys, the next thing I did was something I was complaining about last week on ice fishing. Was I wish you guys could have seen the sonar. So when I said, oh, there comes a fish, all you guys saw from the sonar was a white screen because of white balance. So what I've done was I've attached the GoPro Session, which is fully charged, with a GoPro mount, and we're going to record the screen on this. And then that way there I can cut it and put it in the bottom corner of the ice fishing video. And you guys will be able to see what I see. I think that's going to work awesome. I already looked at I previewed the video, I turned it on, previewed the video. It looks good. So hopefully I can work with this. Anyway, we need to start up the truck, load up the truck, put the heat to the tank, put the gas on the heater, and get ready to rock and roll. Also, this might be a brutal friggin' walkout on the ice, mainly because I'm on the day 6 of the fast, and today a little bit of a lethargy setting in. So we'll see how that works out for drilling holes and walking on the ice. All right, guys, let's go. All right, guys, but we are all loaded up, ready to rock. Pitter patter. All right, guys. Whew, I'm winded. Wow. This is going to be home for the next couple hours. I got a permanent structure there, a couple permanent structures there. They set them up there for a reason. That's my logic. I'm sticking to it. Doing this fast, it is not easy. Dig out a spot. We're practically on the ice right here anyway, so whatever. let's rip some holes. Gonna grab the shovel, clean that off a little bit, and we'll set up shop. Sweet. Alright guys, we got the GoPro recording the fish finder. You should see that in the bottom left unless something went wrong with the footage. And me on the main camera. Hope my mic's working. Alright, let's get this heater going. Come on, light. Oh, beauty. I got the vent up top opened up. Plus these windows are not exactly the greatest, so who cares. We're going to start off with the bait caster. I got this window open too on my right, or my left. One day I'll figure that out. Just to let some fresh air in, or out, or whatever. So we're going to go to the bait caster. The reason being is, I'm just going to drop a jig down there. Because when I first drilled the hole and dropped the sonar down, let's go with this thing instead. This little Berkeley. It's got a smaller jig head on it. And I might be able to rig a minnow up so it looks like it's eating whatever's attached. So we got our measuring tape in case we accidentally catch a Volter. And we want to keep them. Holy piss, I'm sweating so bad. I got to take my hat off, lower this thing so I can freaking breathe. The microphone's there. Hopefully the microphone audio isn't getting jumbled up as I'm moving around. Once again guys, we're going to work with these minnows. These pickled minnows. We might not need the heater right away, but I do see movement on the ground, so I'm gonna rig one of these guys up. That sun coming in, it's freaking hot too. You know what? I might just turn this off for now and not worry about it until it actually gets a little chilly in here. There we go. I'm on the sonar. That's me going down right now. I don't know if you guys can see it down below. There's a little yellow line on the base, and I don't know what the heck that is. And I question if that's a fish. The line I'm using has a lot of memory. So if you look at the fish finder, hopefully the video's coming through. I'm that thing moving up and down. That's me on the right hand side. On the left hand side is the history. So it shows you all the past information. Walleye usually sit on the bottom and they're always looking up to see bait fish. Because that question I asked you guys on a previous vlog, if I catch a fish, can I freeze it? And the answer is yes. As long as you bleed them out and de-gut them first. Just throwing a fish in the freezer causes the blood to coagulate and the meat becomes really red and it gets really fishy tasting, which I'm not opposed to. That's why I like eating fish, is for the flavor of fish. But so yeah, if you ever wanted to know how to read a fish finder, that's pretty much it. You can see the depth. I'm sitting on 14-ish feet of water. The thing bobbing up and down, that's my lure with my minnow. And when you see a fish, if one comes around, I'll show you how it looks. This is what makes ice fishing fun, is having this technology. Now this here fish finder I have is the Garmin Striker 4. I could mount this to a kayak. They totally make a kit that you can mount it to a kayak and fish from your kayak with it. So as you're going along, you can see fish underwater. My only concern is this unit is not it's water resistant, not waterproof. So I'm going to want to get pretty damn good on that kayak before I go jamming electronics on it. What I might do is I'm just going to dead stick this down here, lock it behind the bar of my chair, so that if something does grab it, I want to rig up another pole with something to bring fish in, because I'm allowed to have 2 lines in the water. And I might grab a ripping wrap and drop that down on, like, say, the bait caster, for instance. Sorry guys, this is not a promo for HT, even though all my gear is HT. This is what I caught that pike on last year. What was this? It's got a hook and a hook. So yeah, this thing has 2 hooks, or 3 hooks. One on the front, one on the back, and one on the side. This is fluorocarbon. Should be alright. Alright, I'm going to drop another line in where the fish finder is. Now these ripping wraps move around left and right really fast. This is the first time I've ever ice fished with 2 rods. Oh, no, there was that one time. So you can see both my lures. The one that's just sitting there at just under 12 feet. And then the ripping wrap that I'm straight trying to entice a bite with. I'm just hoping I don't catch my other line. If you're wondering why it turns green and then it goes back to red, that's how you can tell where the fish are. Green means it's on the outskirts of the sonar, and bright red means it's right underneath it. So right now I'm right underneath it. And obviously if you've been fishing for a while, you know all this shit. But I did see some comments of people saying I don't even know how to read a fish finder, so they're not that hard. It's just intimidating. Like, I got it on the mode where on the right it shows me right now And then on the left, it shows me the history. And I love running it in that mode because, well, that's what I need to know is right now, but I like to know the history. So if I'm not paying attention, it comes in and knocks my bait, I can at least have a look on the history and be like, oh man, there was a fish there. Shit. It doesn't take long for that heater to heat up this little box. See, and this is what you want to do with a ripping wrap. Is you just want to do exactly what I'm doing. Rip it up and down and let it slow sink. And it should disturb the water column enough to bring in some fish. I think I'm going to pull this though. We'll come back to it. It's pre-rigged, so that makes life easier. Sometimes you can bounce it off the ground and disturb the sand down there. And fish will feel that too and they'll come in. I say sometimes because, well, today's not that day. Well guys, as far as these insoles go, they're doing okay. My feet aren't as bad as they were last weekend when I came out. And last weekend it was warmer. It was only -6. Today it's minus, I think 16 it said. My feet are a lot warmer than they were last weekend. We'll see. The heater, I can't feel it down here. I feel it mainly up in the top area. If you think it's because of the heater, I can tell you one thing for certain. It is not. The funnest is when you're dropping the bait down and all of a sudden a pike just comes in and annihilates it. You can no longer see it on the fish finder, but your rod is pulling line like crazy. Maybe the next time I'll try Calendar Bay. I haven't been out there yet. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is rip the ass end of this minnow off and just fish with a fish head. And you'll see that, well, you would. It sank. Alright, you're going to see the body of the minnow on the sonar soon. Then you'll see the rest of it coming down. That's me. There's a fish. Something's interested. He came up and he just didn't want it. He's there. He's looking at it. Just take it, you jerk. And just like that, he's gone. Story of my freaking life, boys. Oh, we got another guy. He's coming in. He's right underneath me. And he's also gone. Got another guy coming in. He's coming in hot. And he's also gone. I wish I could move this camera back some, but I can't. Because the charging cable is digging into the mount for the GoPro. So last year when I was using not a microphone, when I just had the camera and I was using the audio from the camera, I could actually aim it a little better because the charging port on the media mod is on the back, where on the camera it's on the side. And you can't access the side charging port with the media mod attached because the media mod docks into it. Currently 3 o'clock, couple marks, no bites. Story of my life, boys. Story of my freaking life. See, if I had one of those flip overs, I would have made a third hole, one for the sonar, one for me to fish from, one for me to fish from. And that would have been way cooler, because then I could have grabbed my rod holder out of the sled and just put one rod in the rod holder and let it dead stick, and then did seeking with a wrap or even a Swedish pimple. We got somebody interested. They were. If I catch a keeper walleye, I can tell you right now what's happening to him. He's getting filleted at home. He's becoming taco meat so that we can use him for Wednesday's lunch with those egg wraps. He's right there. He's on the bottom. He's looking up at it. Yeah, I lack strat when it comes to ice fishing. That's a given. I'm just going to rip this thing violently. Let it really stir up the water column. Maybe Nemo will come in and give it a bite. I see a couple marks coming in. They're kind of high though. But the seat is supposed to Velcro all around, but the back seat keeps develcroing, or something keeps breaking, because I sit down in the damn seat. I'm literally sitting on the bars, and it's not too comfortable. Like, I know I'm a heavyweight and all, but alright, what the hell. Oh, my drag came loose. Good thing I didn't catch a fish, because that would have been catastrophic. I think this is just too big of a presentation. So we're going to do what we normally do. We're going to hook it through the head. What the hell this crap is, but I guess it scales. Rip the whole back off of it. Chuck that in the water. I don't know if this is going to sink, but we'll see. It looks like it's going to sink. We'll send them back down to the abyss at a very, very slow fall. Oh, Mary. Is that me or is that the ass? This is such a small signature that the sonar can barely pick it up. I don't know where the hell the ass is. It's probably making its way downtown. Just gonna let that sit right on the bottom and see if anything wants to eat it. It's really annoying when you see something come off the floor. Come over, look at it, and just not take it. It's like when you put an item on Facebook Marketplace and somebody asks if it's still available. And then you say yes, and that's the last you hear from them. I may have to go out of my way and buy live bait. Just so I can get the ice fishing skunk out of the shack. Let's do what we were doing before. Sorry to anybody who really likes ice fishing out there. I just really don't. Said it last year. Say it again this year. Just way too much work involved to come out and catch no fish. So I'm going to put away this other rod. You know, I might as well put my tackle away too. Not leaving right yet, but I'm thinking about it. One thing I remember about last year from ice fishing was things never got crazy until the sun started going down. Remember last year I came out at around 3, and that's when things got really good. It was like right at 5:30. Well, at least got to take a piss. That was great. It's one problem, like when you're in the woods or something, you can just go hide behind a tree and take a piss, but when you're on the ice, man, there's ice shacks all around you. You gotta honk one. You gotta hope there's no pervs out there trying to check out your ding-dong. True story. I wonder how good these pickled minnows will do in the summer when I'm sailing them out on a jig and reeling them back in. Bet you I can get something to eat that. Ice fishing's just such a pain in the ass. Literally, my ass hurts right now from sitting on a bar. I noticed when you stare at the sonar too long, everything around you becomes dark. I only got 20 minutes left of recording on the GoPro. The sonar GoPro is still going strong, so that's kind of cool. But I'm going to say today was an epic fail. And I'm also going to say that I'm probably done with ice fishing. Remember last year I wasn't enjoying it. Like it was alright, but like I say, it's too much work, potentially no reward. If I was better at it, if I knew what the hell I was doing, that'd be a different story, but sure as hell ain't no bank fishing. So, I think I'm gonna pack up, march back to the truck, and head home, because there is a mark on the fish finder right now, but I doubt it'll eat what I have. So, frig it. Let's get the hell out of here. Oh, hey guys, how's it going? It's like almost 10 o'clock at night. I came back, I copied the footage over to the computer, like 200 gigs of fishing crap, and threw it through the editor, and it crashed. So now what I gotta do, I literally formatted it in Vegas the way I want, and now I gotta render it as a whole unit before I can chop it up. The reason being is I tried to do it the old-fashioned way of cutting the video up and then rendering it, but I kept crashing during cuts because, well, 200 gigabytes of data is kind of rough for that old computer to handle, so it is what it is. Anyway, while I was waiting for that to render and crash and all that other fun stuff, I weighed in today. I had a shower. Well, first I went to Walmart to get the stuff to break the fast. So I bought some frozen berries back there. Yeah, I got some frozen berries, pretty sweet. And then I got some Diet Cokes, got some eggs. Nikki wanted Old Bay. Apparently she can't find it where she is. She's been wanting it. Last time we were here, she bought 1 tin of it for whatever recipe she was doing, and she can't find it down in her city. So she's like, you know what I really need to find is Old Bay. And I'm like, I can get that for you. Like, we have shitloads at Walmart. We have shitloads at every store. I can get it at friggin' Food Basics. I'm like, how much do you need? And she said, get me 2. So I went there tonight. I got her 3 and I got myself 1 because I kind of like it on fish, even though I didn't catch any fish today. But got that there. Then I had a shower and I was like, you know what? I should probably weigh in. And I weighed in at 243 pounds. So from 262, that's what I weighed on Sunday after Nikki left before I went ice fishing on the last ice fishing video. I was 262 and now I'm down to 243 just by putting down the fork. That's like when people always ask me, how'd you lose all that weight? It's simple. I put down the fork, you know? Those magazines that say, hey, you can lose 20 pounds in a week. It's not a lie. You can. Just don't friggin' eat anything. Live off your body fat for a week. It's just breaking that fast is going to be a pain in the ass. I have yet to break a fast and not get like some major tummy pains from the digestive system. So my battle plan this time around is I also bought some bone broth. I'm going to break it on Tuesday, I think, because I don't want to be in any sort of distress when Nikki's here on Thursday. So that'll give me 2 days to get everything back online and ready to rock. And then on Thursday when she shows up, you know, we can business as usual. That's going to be the battle plan. So Tuesday morning, because I started the fast on Tuesday. Well, I started the fast Monday night after my last meal. And then I didn't eat Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, today. And I'm not going to eat tomorrow. But then Tuesday I'm going to break it. So in 7 days, pretty much, it was about 20 pounds, 22 pounds if we actually hit the 240 mark. But we're at 243 right now. That's 19 pounds. That's pretty damn good. So, what else? Oh, my neck is just going crazy right now. I just have this like nervous twitch happening. So it's currently almost 10 o'clock. I'm going to get to bed. I won't be able to edit. It's such a good thing that I'm not doing what I used to do where I would film all day and then edit at like 9 and go to bed at 11 and then rinse and then upload it for 9 a.m. the next day. It's such a good thing that I got a huge friggin' bank of videos because that footage upstairs is going to take 4 hours to clip because it's dealing with 2.7K footage from this thing and 1080p footage from the other GoPro. So I can't really do shit till that's done, if it finishes. If not, then back to the drawing board, I guess. I'll have to figure something out. What, I don't know. For a video that probably won't really do that well anyway because it's got fishing in it. Hey man, I throw down for you guys. I try to give you an assortment of things. Miscellaneous is life. But yeah, I was watching a video there while I was waiting for stuff to render. And then I turned that off because my rendering crashed and I realized that Google Chrome was consuming 2 gigs. Well, almost 3 gigs of RAM. And I kind of need that for the renderer. But it was from Corporal's Corners. And he was talking about some people from Malone who became YouTubers and totally got fined for breaking the law on YouTube and poaching laws and firearm discharge laws up here in Canada. And I was like, who the heck's he talking about? So I did some more digging and it turns out he's friggin' talking about Zachary Fowler and Greg Ovens. They did a survival challenge a while back, 30 days, the 30-day survival challenge in the Rockies. Well, I thought it was the Rockies. Turns out it was some state park they were in. And there's explicit fishing laws that say you're not allowed to catch certain trout. And not only did they catch the trout, but they ate the trout. Yes, it was a survival thing, but no, there was no reason to survive because the world wasn't ending. So that's kind of brutal. So yeah, they basically poached. And because it was recorded, they were caught red-handed. Now, apparently, Greg Ovens went to court and he got like $140,000 fine. I don't know if they're making an example of him because he's a YouTuber and they think YouTubers are rich. Because let me tell you a little something about that. Not all of us are. Or if there was more to it. But apparently, Zachary Fowler won't be coming into Canada anytime soon because there's a warrant out in Canada for his arrest because he refused to show in court. I don't see him coming up to Canada to visit friggin' Bearded Woodsman or Greg Ovens anytime soon. That's for sure. But yeah, man, that's freaking crazy. This is the reason why I tell people if you're gonna YouTube stuff, don't break the friggin' law. You're literally putting your evidence on the internet. Like Dave was so bad for it back in the day. Pug was so bad for it back in the day. Putting evidence up on YouTube for the Johnny Law's just sitting there gathering those videos so when they take him to court, they can just annihilate him. You don't do that. You don't do that. Like, if you're gonna break the law, the last thing you want to do is videotape it. This is the reason why I'm so happy that when I did all my bullshit back in the day, it was before everybody had an iPhone or a Samsung. Let me tell you a little something about that. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna shut this down here because this is probably another long haul video. I don't even know if it is. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, click that like button. Any questions, comments, concerns, down below they go. As for the products I tested, the fish finder thing with the camera, that worked out pretty good. And those $2.50 or $1.50, I'm not sure how much I paid for them, insoles for the shoes or the boots were awesome. They worked out exactly how I wanted it to. Even the walk back, she was frigid, frosty, fresh. It was really cold. The ground was cold. My feet were sinking in. I didn't get any cold shooting through my boot into my foot. And that's exactly what I wanted. So I'd recommend anybody, if you have a Dollarama, go there, pick up those insoles, put them in your ice fishing boots, and you should notice a difference too when you're on the ice. Anyway, until next time, guys, live it to win it. Peace the frig out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.